Hey everybody, and welcome to a little bit different game today. This is gonna be, well heck, I can't even remember what the damn game's called. Car Mechanics Sim 18, sorry. I just was goofing around on my computer for like an hour and a half trying to get Red Dead Redemption 2 to work, and it never did work, so I'm a little bit irritated. So I figured rather than go and drive in a semi and crash, and I would just try this for a minute and see how it goes. So, excuse me, as you can see, I've gotten already pretty far into the game. I'm level 25. I don't know how many hours I have in it, but quite a few. But I figured just for the heck of it, we would do a little bit of work on one of these cars that I bought. So I don't generally do the normal missions like the whoops, shoot. I don't really do the orders too much, which would be these guys. They could be kind of fun, but I'm just kind of, at this point, I've played it enough where I'm kind of over it. So actually I did a little bit different thing than I normally do. Even with this car, I bought it on an auction, and what I usually do is either go to the junkyard, which is here, or to one of these barn finds, which obviously are the lighter blue dots over to your right mostly. But anyway, this time I bought this one on auction, so that's why it's in such good shape already. If you go to car status, you can see global body position, frame condition, and interior condition are already all at 100, and I didn't do any of that. I literally just bought this thing. So what we're going to be kind of looking at is going to be, oh goodness gracious, we cannot, well, so I think what this is, if we were to compare it to a car in real life, it's kind of like, looks to me like a Chevy Impala. What it is, according to these guys, is a Bolt Cape F Mill, whatever that is. Anyway, so what we're going to end up doing is, basically, since we're kind of doing a restoration, we're going to pull every single part in here and hopefully restore it, but more than likely we'll just buy new stuff. I mean, if I'm being honest. So I guess we'll kind of just go for that. But I don't know. I'm kind of in a bad mood. I was really looking forward to doing some Red Dead. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a second, let it kind of breathe, so to speak, and then if I'm still mad tomorrow, I might go ahead and try to return it or get a refund or whatever. Oh man, it was gonna be so much fun because I've watched other people play it online and stuff, and yeah, you gotta be in the engine bay for that. Shoot, I've watched other people play it, and it looks really fun and kind of like GTA but Wild West style. So I was super excited to play it, and then I got it all downloaded. It took 15 hours because it's like, oh gosh, 115 gigs or something like that. So I got it all downloaded like 2 days ago. Got everything ready, and it just won't even launch. So anyway, I'll probably be pretty salty about that for a while, but it's just so frustrating. What in the heck? There it goes. So anyway, well, I figured we'd mix it up a little bit at least and go with this game for now. So what I'm doing basically is getting ready to pull this engine out and put it on the engine stand, which I'll show you here in a second. But actually what I need to do before that is get my oil catch, move it to lifter B, which by the way, this is lifter B, this is lifter A. It doesn't have anything on it at the moment, but anyway. So we'll go ahead and drain this oil. Oh, no oil in it apparently, so that's good. Sometimes if you don't, well, not sometimes, if you don't drain the oil and there is oil in the car, I can't remember exactly how much, but it gives you basically a fine for for dumping oil on the ground, more or less. Alright, so that's how we take the engine out. I'm kind of stuck. What the heck is going on? Alright, and then we run over here to our engine stand. We tell it we want to add an engine from our inventory, basically. So wait a minute, hold on a minute. Can we, before I do that, I wonder if I could put a different engine in it, because I have one in my inventory here. I don't know if I have another one or just that V8. Looks like I have... Well, let's try it. Let's just see what happens. I don't think it's going to let me do it, to be honest with you. Install. Yeah, see. If it was going to let me do it, I would have that engine that I just added to my inventory, and I would be able to select it from here. So, apparently that's not going to happen, but we'll go ahead and put that back in our garage. I6 overhead valve. So can I have all these parts. Basically what I've done is bought them on accident and I just kept them because maybe someday I can use them again, basically. So anyway, let's go ahead and add this engine and we'll start tearing it down. I don't know, this game doesn't really require a lot of talking. It's kind of just interesting to me to watch. So, I don't know, depending on how it's going, I might just kind of just play it and you guys can watch and enjoy the sounds of the game at some point too. So, rather than hearing me trying to blabber on and on about nothing. Maybe that's not as fun. Heck, I don't know. Why won't it let me? There it goes. So I'm playing this with, I just said I wasn't going to blabber on and on, but I am going ahead, I still am playing this with the controller just like I do with the American Truck Simulator, but I think for this game in particular it's actually more like more fluid or something. It just seems like more fun to me. I tried it with the mouse keyboard and it's alright, it's still fun, but it's just I like the controller better. I'm just more of a controller type of guy, I guess. One thing I did learn is if you want the camera to kind of stay where it's not making you sick from vibrating around and stuff, go ahead and hover over the next part and then kind of click it once, and then that'll recenter the camera, and then go ahead and take it off. Do the same thing. Hover over it, click on it, take it off. Otherwise, if you don't, see, I'll show you. If you just straight up just take it off, well, it's not going to do it. Sometimes if you don't center it, it'll like get way off camera, and then you'll be like trying to work clear over here and you can't really see what you're doing, and you gotta like, you know, do some of these jobs, and like it just it kind of is not as nice to look at, and it's not as quick and fun, and but it looks like maybe they either patched it or this is just a bad example. I'm not really sure. I'm not going to get into the, okay, here we go, now it's doing what I was talking about, how it's like you're clear over here, and then you're like, what the heck, so, that, of course, is going to be, well, that's fine, game, make me look like an idiot, I don't really, whatever. Today's been one of those days, and now I can't even get on the damn push rod. Alright, we do not have to take these valves out, so that's good. Alright, we took the carb off, so we'll get this manifold going. Exhaust manifold. We should be able to take the head off now, yep. Okay, so yeah, I'll show you that too. So say that I'm working towards getting this water pump off. Well, it's telling me I can't take the water pump off because the water pump pulley's on. Well, I can't take the water pump pulley until I get the serpentine belt off. Can't get that off until I get this belt off. Can't get that off until I take the fan off. So it's kind of foolproof that way, in that you can't really do it wrong. It can be frustrating though if you don't see that next part highlighted red, if it's like hidden or something, if it's really small. It can be a little bit frustrating because you're like, no, I want to take it off, and it's like, you can't. It's because you have a part that's interfering, but if you can't see it, that doesn't do you much good. Oh, this is the type that has all these extra brackets and stuff, which is kind of cool. Kind of adds another element and, you know, complexity and fun to it. Ooh, and these clips too. Yeah. So as far as I can tell in this game, this is the only use for clip B. There's a clip A also, but clip B, that's the only place it's used is on this distributor that I've seen anyway. You know, I could be wrong. I haven't built every single engine in the game either, so who knows? Don't listen to me as always. Alright, cam gear, camshaft is under that. Ooh, it's, yep, see, so when I pulled out that other engine block, it was engine block I6, but this one actually needs the engine block I6B. So we're not going to be able to use that one that I pulled out of my inventory. Yeah, that's okay. We still have it for if we ever build one that requires it. So, alright, let's go ahead and get back to our engine stand. And we're going to tell it we want to flip it over. Go back to it, and we'll pull this pan. And since we already drained the oil, we can do all this without worrying about using our penalty or whatever. I don't know. I mean, in real life, it obviously matters a lot when you're doing this kind of stuff with the order that you do things in, but I mean, it is a game, so I don't really get too worried about like, oh, you gotta, you gotta put your main caps on before you can do your push rods, or your golly, I can't think today. Well, anyway, before you do your connecting rod ends, jeez Louise, I'm all over the map. Don't listen to me like I said before. Alright, we will get the bottom end of this engine taken apart. Can't even speak. And then we'll think about getting some stuff repaired. For whatever reason, Red Dead not working really flustered me out. I don't know why. It's just super annoying. Pay $60 for a game and then you can't even play it. It's like, wow, thanks for that. And Rockstar did this stupid new launcher. Instead of being able to just play it on Steam like I usually do, you have to download their version of Steam, basically, is what it is. And it's pretty clunky if you ask me. I wasn't a fan, and I'm not a fan. The only thing I hope is that when the Steam version does come out in December, that you can, like, I don't know how you would term it, but hopefully you can just go ahead and play it straight off of buying it from Rockstar themselves, but I doubt it. No. I'm just trying to repair as many of these parts as possible so I don't have to buy so many. And then we'll go back to here, and we will start putting it back together. Crank. Cool, so everything that I was able to repair, we'll go ahead and put back on. Okay, so I was not able to repair any pistons or piston rings. So what we'll do, since we know this is a 6-cylinder, we'll go to the parts. And we'll go piston. We'll buy 6 rings, sets of rings. We'll buy 6 pistons with connecting rods. Whoops. Let me think. While we're here, should we go ahead and buy the caps? We'll see. Maybe there's a chance that I was able to repair them. I don't know. I just kind of went through it too fast. So, sorry to kind of change you up on games here and start a game that I'm kind of like already half done with or whatever, but I don't know, I didn't have the energy to play Truck Sim, American Truck Sim, so we shall just kind of cruise through one of these, kind of relax and just whatever. So, alright, now we'll go ahead and see how many. Well, they call them crankshaft bearings. I think they're main caps, but whatever. Oh, cool. I was able to repair them, so that's good. So this is what I was talking about earlier. I'm just going to start at one end and go to the other as far as these caps go. I mean, in real life, there's a certain, you got to start in the middle and work your way out or whatever the sequence is, but it doesn't really make any difference just for this game, so I'm not going to follow any kind of mechanics, torque specs, or anything like that, so. Dang, I fixed all these rod caps, too. Huh. Cool. Or did I already have them in my inventory? That's a possibility. Who knows? Who knows? If it seems like I'm trying to hustle through this, it's because I am. And the reason for that is I spent way too much time trying to get that stupid Red Dead to work. So now it's getting actually pretty late. And I have to go to my real job tomorrow, unfortunately. So such is life, kids. Such is life. Alright, flywheel we do not have. And I realize that, you know, this is clipping through the stand. At this point, it's really not. But once you get the flywheel, or sorry, the clutch and all that stuff on it, it starts clipping through. But it's just easier. Oh, why do I have two? Anyway, it's easier to do it on here as far as being able to see what you're doing. So. I don't think I fixed that bearing. We'll find out. Might have bought that for no reason. Nope, I didn't fix it, so that worked out just fine. Alright, let's go ahead and flip this back over, because that's about all we need to do on the bottom. I don't know if you guys can hear my wife walking around up there, but she's making a lot of noise. She's probably thinking, is this idiot ever going to come upstairs and go to bed, or what's he doing? Alright, oil filter for an i6, is that right? Yeah. And at this point we just kind of cruise until we find parts we don't have. Or I guess I shouldn't say don't have, that we weren't able to repair. Because I just cruised through it too fast to know if I repaired them or not. It looks like everything I was able to repair that it gave me the option to, I got. So that's pretty cool. That's a rarity. Usually one or two of them fail when you try to repair them. Well, one or two. It's like, you know, 1 in 5 actually. 1 out of 5. Arm. I don't know if that's the right way to do that or not. Am I going to assume we didn't repair this one also? Sure. Where's my arm A? Am I just not seeing it? Huh. Strange. Oh, well, because I typed in arm A. Stupid. Good grief. Oh, shoot, I think that was the wrong one. Haha, dang it. I bought the same one twice. Oh, well. I'm pretty sure anyways. Yep, I did. Dang. Oh, well. And now you see why I have so many parts in my inventory. I get kind of, you know, clicking on things faster than my brain's actually thinking, and then it happens. Alternator. Water pump. I can't believe I was able to repair all this stuff. That's awesome. Water pump pulley. Get this guy on. No, come on. I don't quite understand how they decided, you know, oh, the power steering pump has 2 bolts, but this pulley, water pump pulley, has 0, and the other, it's like, how did you, it doesn't really make sense, but, you know, whatever. It is what it is, as they say. Cam gear, i6, was it i6B? Yes. My memory is just totally trash anymore. I don't know what the heck is wrong with me. Timing chain. Now you could obviously go through and like figure out, oh, I need this, and then just buy them all at once, but I mean, I can barely remember what happened this morning, let alone 15 different parts, so I just kind of go one at a time. Plus, to me, it's more relaxing that way. Wait, did I say V8? Yep. Strange. Crank for a V8. Oh, come on, silly thing. One very big, more than likely torqued very tightly bolt. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that we need both belts. A, I6B, B, I6B. Sometimes when I look at the i6, I think it says 16, and I'm like, what the heck does that mean? Fan, rad fan. Ooh, I was able to repair that. That's cool. Get this head back on. Excellent. And then, okay, now we have 9,000 push rods. So it's oh boy. It's about gotta be a i6B, right? Yep. Ah, wrong button. I6B. Okay, so it's a 6-cylinder, 2 valves per cylinder. Ta-da! Man, I'm practically the best mathematician since Stephen Hawking. If you have to look up who Stephen Hawking is, I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna smack you. JK, JK. Violence is not the answer. Or something. Ah. It's very finicky sometimes at where it likes to have the pointer. It can be somewhat annoying. Oh hey, here's a fun thing. Did you guys watch, or do you watch Formula One at all? Because if you do, you'll know that Lewis Hamilton just won his 6th World Championship. So that's pretty cool for all the Mercedes fans. I'm not a Mercedes fan. I'm just I'm kind of the type that's like, oh, he won again. That's cool. 6 times, great. It's like, can't someone else? I mean, and I'm not saying that he should have some sort of handicap, Lewis. It's just like, come on, when you other guys step up and, like, you know, give him some competition. And I realize it's not like they're not trying, but I'm just like, kind of tired of it. You know, tired of the same guy winning every time. Just like the Patriots when they kept, well, I don't really watch football at all anymore, but back when I used to, it seemed like they won like friggin' all the Super Bowls in the 2000s, from 2000 to 2010, it seemed like. Maybe that trend is still going. I really don't know. I haven't watched football in a long time. And I gotta be honest, I don't miss it. I don't know why. When I was a kid, that was like my whole life, but kind of just over it. I replaced it with F1, I suppose, to some extent, but I'm by no means an expert on F1 or NFL, so as usual, don't ask me, because I don't know. Oh, I should have bought spark plugs while I was in there, I bet. Yep. Let's play RK6. Ah, that was one. One less, I mean. These are like the world's hugest spark plugs. I mean, look at these things. They're gigantic. That's funny. One thing that I wish this game did have was diesel engines. It doesn't. I know that there are games that have them, but I wish this one did as well. i6B, more than likely. See, you're like, dude, just guess i6B on everything. Well, there are things that aren't that. For example, we just saw that crankshaft pulley, which for whatever reason I can't get down to, is for a V8. So you can get ahead of yourself to some extent and just be like, oh, look at this, I'm cruising right along, and then all of a sudden you bought $1,000 or however much worth of the wrong parts. So that's why I tend to kind of go slow. And do I have it? No. Or is it an i6B? Who knows? That's why I like to just kind of cruise. Hey, I was able to repair that, so that's cool. No spot for a turbo, unfortunately. That'd be kind of a weird deal. Well, no, I guess not that weird. Be a little bit similar to a oh goodness, I'm drawing a blank. You know that deal with the thing? That air filter base. I don't know why I'm so tired. Alright, air filter. I should have known that, wouldn't have. Air filter. I'm guessing I would need this also. Alright, let's get this sucker going. Watch, I repaired this cover. Nope. I think as far as the engine work outside of the car goes, it's about all we're going to be able to do. So, alright, whoops, wrong one. I have to grab the stand and go take the engine off the crate. Then you go back over to your engine hoist and you say install that engine. And then bam, there it is in the car. So there she be. Brand new engine. Now, I'm getting ahead of myself here. I should just be done, but sometimes if I forget to do this, then I just won't. And then it's like, what do you mean it's not complete when I go to sell it? That's another thing that's kind of funny. Like the batteries, no matter if it's this car or like a Lamborghini, which obviously there are no Lamborghinis in the vanilla version of the game, but whether it's this or that, it doesn't matter. This battery's all the same. Alright, let's take a quick peek at our inventory. Drive shaft, starter, gearbox, all that good stuff. We don't worry about that for now, but I think we've pretty much got it. Yeah, there's that stinking arm I bought that I didn't need. Anyway, guys, I think that's pretty much going to wrap it up for today. I'm tired. I need to get to bed, but I think I might just go ahead and keep going with this series. I don't know. It's a fun game, and it's entertaining, and it just seems like something cool to do. So anyway, if you enjoy this, give it a like. I don't know, whatever. And I'll see you next time. Thanks.